Welcome back, everyone. If you're watching from a quiet living room somewhere, maybe with the TV talking in the background more than any person does, this conversation is for you.
You know, looking back at my old workbench, it feels like it all happened yesterday. I can still smell the sawdust and hear the house buzzing. Back when I was the one keeping the lights on, the heat running, and the car started through those brutal Cleveland winters. Back then, being a dad meant showing up for every game and every broken appliance. But those years gave way to a quiet you can feel in your bones. Now, the house is neat and the dishes are always done, but my phone sits face down like it's in trouble, only buzzing when there's a leak or a bill to pay. I spent a lifetime fixing systems, only to end up in the ER with chest pain, staring at an empty chair, everyone's emergency contact, but with none of my own. Being needed isn't the same as being loved. I'm done being a machine you turn on when things break. It's time to be a person again.
Frank, I'm glad you're here. We'll get to the backstory. But first, just tonight, when your phone lights up now, does it feel like love or just another job?
It's quiet, real quiet. I keep the place neat, dishes done, counters wiped down.
You can have a roof over your head, heat in the house, the TV on in the background, and still feel how quiet a place is.
Yeah, I put the game on sometimes just so it sounds like somebody else is in the room. I'll eat something simple at that little table by the window, and my phone sits there face down, like it's in trouble. Because if I look at it too much, I start waiting for a normal call. Hey, Dad, how you doing? Most nights, that doesn't happen. And when it does light up, it's not that. It's, Dad, the sink is leaking. Or, can you watch the kids? Or, can you spot me till Friday? I fixed problems my whole life. I know I'm good at it. But I'm tired, Grace. I'm tired of being the guy you call when you need a tool.
That's a lonely way to be wanted.
It is. It makes you feel useful, but not loved. I hate even saying that out loud. It sounds weak. Like, come on, Frank, you're 68, get over it. But it sits on you.
When was the last time one of your kids called with no favor attached? No problem to solve, just to hear your voice?
I honestly don't know. They'll text on my birthday sometimes. Happy birthday, Dad. Maybe an emoji, but a call just to talk? I really couldn't tell you. Then I start doing that thing in my head, counting. How many times I called? How many times I showed up? How many times I dropped what I was doing?
And you don't like who you become when you start counting.
No. I don't. I really don't.
You told our producer about the ER visit. I keep thinking about that night. Walk me through it only as much as you want to.
I thought it was heartburn. I'm the kind of guy who says, it'll pass. But it didn't pass. My left arm felt weird. My chest felt off. So I drove myself. I sat under those bright lights. They hook you up to wires. The monitor keeps going beep, beep.
And that paper under you keeps crinkling every time you move.
Yeah. And I thought, this is when you call your family. So I texted all 3 kids. I'm in the ER, chest pain, they're running tests. Then I waited and waited. You start making excuses for them. Work, kids, life, traffic, anything. You try to be fair. Hours went by. I watched that phone like it was gonna save me. No, are you okay? No, do you want me to come? Just nothing. Then one text finally came in. Sorry, we're slammed today. Keep us posted.
That hits cold.
It did. It sounded so normal. That was the part that hurt. Like I was giving a project update, and I'm sitting there thinking, I drove across town at midnight, jumped dead batteries, left work early, missed meals, did all of it.
And something broke open in that room.
Because I started thinking, if your own kids aren't worried, what does that say about you?
Let me ask it plain. did you start feeling like their father? Or their on-call repairman?
Yeah, that's exactly it. I'm not their dad. I'm their on-call repairman.
Take me back. That didn't start in the ER.
No, not even close.
When you were growing up, what did love look like in your house? I mean the real version, not the nice version people say later.
We were practical people. You knew you were loved because the bills got paid, because the car started in the winter, because there was food in the house.
So love looked like provision.
My dad worked. My mom worked. Nobody sat around talking about feelings. If you had a problem, you fixed it. If you were sad, you kept moving. I was the kid who liked tools. I took stuff apart, radios, lamps, whatever I could get my hands on. My dad would come home and call me over. Frankie, come here.
And you'd hand him the wrench. Hold the flashlight.
The flashlight kid. That was the closest I felt to him. Not at the dinner table, not watching TV, working on something together.
That's where closeness lived for you.
Yeah, my dad didn't praise much, not with words, but if I fixed something, got a light working, got an outlet working, he'd nod, maybe say, good. And that felt like a hug.
So being useful started to feel safe.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
And you carried that into adulthood.
Right, I could fix the outlet, fix the car, fix the dishwasher, but I never learned how to say, I'm hurting, without feeling weak.
So what did you do with pain when you were a kid?
I stayed busy. I'd go down in the basement, tinker, clean, organize. I liked things in their place.
It gave you some control.
Yeah, exactly. My daughter jokes I fold my socks like I'm in the army.
Did anybody ever ask you, how are you really?
Not really. Not like that. My mom was kind. She'd make you a sandwich. That was her way.
So love came through action, not attention. When you became a father, did you think that would be enough?
I did. I thought working hard was love. Keeping the lights on was love. Being there to fix things was love. I didn't hit my kids. I didn't drink myself into a mess. I showed up. I coached Little League for a while. Kept the heat running, kept the house going. In Cleveland, that matters. But I probably didn't ask enough questions. I probably didn't sit long enough. I was always doing.
Doing was your language.
Doing was my language.
And when you look back now, what were you afraid would happen if you stopped doing?
I'd be unnecessary. And if I was unnecessary, I'd be alone. So yeah, being needed felt safer than being alone.
And that's how a childhood rule turns into a grown man's pattern.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened.
Tell me about the years when you were working full-time and raising the kids. What did a normal week feel like?
Honest work, early mornings, cold hands in winter, hot attics in summer. But there's pride in it. People call because they need you. You fix it, the lights come on. You feel useful.
Useful mattered to you.
It did. I liked being steady. Even tired, I'd think, I can handle this. I built a family during those years, married young, 3 kids, busy house.
What was the marriage like, day to day?
We were okay for a while. Then we weren't. 2 tired people. Money stress. Kids. I wasn't good at talking. I was good at fixing things. And you can't fix a marriage like a breaker panel.
No, you can't.
We drifted, then we fought, then we divorced. After that, I felt like I failed, like I broke the one thing a man's supposed to protect.
You carried that hard.
I did. I carried it like a stone.
What did that stone make you do?
Overdo everything, try to pay for it somehow.
Pay for it how?
Favors, money, time. I said yes to everything. I thought, this is how I make up for the divorce. Like I could buy back being a good dad.
So every favor started feeling like proof.
Dad, the car won't start. I'd go. Water heater's acting up. I'd go. Can you take the kids? I'd go.
And you never really drew a line.
Limits felt like rejection. If I said no, they'd pull away, so I made myself easy to reach, too easy. Knees hurt, back hurt, I still went.
Give me one of the small cuts before the ER.
Sometimes they'd call and not even say hello. Just, Dad, can you come now?
And what did that do to you?
It made me feel like my time wasn't mine, like I was a service call. People say, well, they needed you, and I'd tell myself, yeah, I know, but that's how I disappeared.
Give me another one.
My birthday, maybe a quick text, if that. Then next week, the hot water's out, and I'm in their basement with a wrench.
And in your head?
This is what I am. I hate even thinking that. I love my kids, but I felt used.
Both can be true. So the more scared you were of losing them, the faster yes came out.
Dad will handle it. That became the rule. Like a machine you turn on. And after a while, the requests become the whole relationship. A task, a problem, something broken. They walk in already looking past me, toward the thing that needs fixing.
You mentioned a midnight call once.
Yeah. Winter night, snow, cold. My son calls, Dad, I'm on the road. Battery's dead. It's freezing. I was in bed. After midnight, I got up, grabbed jumper cables, and went.
And he's in the car, freezing.
Yeah. I was mad, but I was relieved I could do something. I jumped it. Told him drive safe.
What did he say?
Thanks, Dad. That was it. Then he drove off.
And what did you feel standing there?
Needed, which felt close enough. That's hard to admit. But close enough was all I let myself ask for.
So before the ER, your body was already trying to tell you something.
It was. I'd see their name and my stomach would drop. And I'd still answer.
Even with your body warning you.
Because no felt like being alone forever.
And then the ER forced the question.
It did.
Let's stay with that ER night for a minute. What do you see first?
The lights, bright white lights, that hospital color, and the smell. Disinfectant, it gets in your nose and stays there. My hands were cold even though the room was warm. My mouth was dry. They give you that little cup of water and it doesn't help. And that gown, you don't feel like yourself in it. The bed isn't even really a bed, it's a table. That paper crinkles every time you move. The monitor keeps going beep, beep, beep.
And you kept looking at the chair.
Yeah, that chair next to the bed. Empty chair. I kept thinking, somebody's gonna fill it. This is when family shows up. So I text them, ER, chest pain, tests. And I stared at the phone like it was a lifeline. Time gets weird in a room like that. Nurses come in, ask the same questions. I answer, but my brain's on the phone.
What did the silence start saying to you?
You're not important. They're not scared. Like if they loved me, they'd be scared. Then I started defending them. They're working. They've got kids. Maybe they didn't see it.
You were protecting the idea of them.
Yeah, but come on, they saw it. Hours passed, they saw it. Then the doctor says, we're gonna keep you longer. He leaves, the door clicks, and it's just me and the beeping again. I thought, if something happens, no one will know till later. That got in my chest worse than the fear did. Then that text came, sorry, we're slammed today, keep us posted. It sounded so normal. That was the part that hurt, like I was giving a project update. And I remember thinking, don't be dramatic, dude. They answered. I was minimizing it for them before they even asked me to. But the truth is, it landed hard, harder than I wanted to admit. Every late night rescue, every favor, every time I told myself this meant I mattered. And then I felt stupid for still hoping that if I was in a hospital bed, that would finally be enough.
Not just hurt, ashamed.
Ashamed I still needed anything, ashamed I still hoped. I went home after, and the apartment felt smaller. Too quiet. I put groceries away, took my pills, did all the normal stuff. None of it settled me.
What thought kept circling?
If I stop doing for people, who am I? If I don't show up, would anybody notice?
That's brutal.
Yeah, and then came the worst one. Why am I doing this?
What answer came back?
Because if I'm not useful, I'm nothing.
That was the bottom.
Yeah, that was the bottom.
And after that, you couldn't really go back to sleepwalking through it.
No, I couldn't.
Usually after a night like that, there's a moment. Maybe it's tiny, but it changes how you see your whole life. Do you remember a moment like that after the ER?
Yeah, a nurse, not the doctor. Clipboard, pen, moving fast, nice enough, busy, efficient. She says, real normal, like she's asked it 1,000 times, okay, who's your emergency contact? And my brain just stalled. Because that should be easy, right? Wife, kid, brother, somebody. And I just stared at her. I felt ashamed, like I was failing some basic life test.
What did you say?
I said, my daughter. And she wrote it down. But in my head, all I could think was, would she pick up? That was it. That was the truth. Because I'd been acting like I was everybody's emergency contact, but I didn't actually have one.
What'd you do with that after you got home?
It stayed with me. The empty chair stayed with me too. I kept thinking, what does my life look like if nothing changes? And I was scared that if I changed, they'd disappear. Because at least the way things were, they still called.
Even if it was the wrong kind of call.
Right, it wasn't the call I wanted. But it was a call. It was predictable pain. Then a couple weeks later, I ran into a guy I know, Ray. Not a close friend, more like one of those guys you've known around forever. I saw him at the senior center. I was there for a blood pressure check. It smelled like old coffee and floor wax, flyers on the table, bingo night, chair yoga, stuff like that. I just wanted my numbers and out. Ray sees me and says, you okay? Not how's the weather, not how's the game, just you okay? And I don't know why, but my eyes got hot right away. Like my body answered before my mouth did. I tried to laugh it off. Yeah, I'm fine. He goes, no, you don't look fine.
He saw you.
He did. And I just told him I was in the ER. Then he asked me something that hit just as hard as the nurse question.
What was it?
Who came with you? And I said, nobody. He didn't yell, didn't pity me. He just said, real plain, man, you're not a toolbox. Nobody had ever said it that plain to me before. I was mad. Mad at them, mad at myself. But I was relieved too.
Relieved because?
Because for the first time, I stopped asking only, why are they like this? I started asking, why did I build it this way?
That's a hard turn.
It is, because it's easier to stay mad at them. Harder to admit I helped build the whole system. Ray told me he goes to a men's group there. Just old guys sitting around, complaining, laughing, telling the truth once in a while. He said, come by. You don't have to talk. Just sit. I almost said no. My instinct is always no. I didn't want to be the sad old guy in a circle.
Because that would mean letting people see you.
But I kept hearing that nurse question. Who's your emergency contact? And I thought, if I don't build something, I'm going to keep being alone. So I went, sat near the door like I might run. Didn't say much at first, just listened. One guy said his daughter only calls for money. Another said his son moved to Florida and he hears from him twice a year. One guy said, my grandkids know my name, but they don't know me. And everybody just nodded, like, yep. And for the first time in a long time, I didn't feel crazy. I didn't feel like there was something uniquely wrong with me.
That mattered.
More than I expected. And that's where I started seeing my part more clearly.
What did you start seeing?
That it wasn't just them using me, it was me making being useful the way I stayed close to them. I never asked them for much. Not really. I'd rather make chili and drop it off than say, I'm lonely. And the longer you live like that, the more it becomes the rule. Dad handles it. Dad doesn't need much. Dad will come. I was using being needed to avoid feeling rejected. That's ugly to admit, but it's true. If they needed me, I could tell myself I mattered. The fear underneath all of it was this. What if they never really wanted me for me?
And that's where a boundary starts.
Yeah, not punishment, just truth.
So what did you actually do first?
Something boring. Boring is sustainable. First thing, I kept going back to that men's group. Didn't talk much at first, just showed up. The first day I sat near the door like I might leave, kept my coat on, but Ray would nod at me. And these guys, a lot of them looked like they'd been carrying their own quiet for years.
What did the group actually feel like?
Weak coffee, bad donuts.
Yeah.
One guy always complaining about his knees.
Yeah.
And then somebody says, my son only calls when his roof leaks, and the whole room gets it. One day I said something, just one line. My phone only rings when something's broken. A couple guys nodded like I'd said something normal. That got me.
Because to them, it was normal.
Yeah, to me it felt like a confession. Then I went back to the VA clinic. Counseling. I didn't go in there saying a whole lot. I just said, I'm tired.
And he didn't let you hide in that word.
He had me do something simple. 2 lists, what I give and what I need. My give list was a mile long. Time, money, fixing, babysitting, driving, dropping everything. My need list was 3 things.
What were they?
I need to be checked on. I need to be invited. I need to matter when nothing's broken. Writing that felt harder than fixing any sink I've ever touched.
And then he asked you about a boundary.
Yeah. He said, think about your breaker panel. It trips to protect the house. That made sense to me in a way self-care never did. I know breaker panels. I understand overload. So I thought about the next time one of my kids called. Because there's always a next time. My daughter called, middle of the week. Dad, the sink's backed up. Can you come tonight? My body wanted to grab the keys before my brain even caught up. But I remembered practicing in my kitchen. I love you, but I can't do that. So I said, I can't come tonight. I can come Saturday at 10. There was silence.
The scary kind.
Yeah. Then she goes, Saturday? Dad, it's a mess.
And you stayed steady?
My heart was pounding, but yeah. I said, I'm sorry, it's a mess. I can come Saturday at 10. Then I said something I'd never said before. I need you to talk to me like a person, not like a service. My voice shook. She said, what do you mean? And old habits showed up right away. I almost apologized for even saying it. But I didn't. I said, you can ask for help. I'll help. But I need a hi, Dad, first. I need you to ask if it's a good time. I need 1 minute where I'm your dad, not your repair guy. She got quiet again. And my brain went straight to, you blew it, Frank. She's gonna hang up forever. But then she said, okay. I didn't realize. So I went Saturday, fixed the sink. But this time I didn't rush out.
What did you do?
Washed my hands at the kitchen sink and said, can I sit a minute?
You asked to stay.
Yeah. She looked at me like I was speaking another language. But she said, sure. So I sat. 5 minutes, that's it. I played with my grandkid's little toy car on the floor. Then she asked, kind of awkward, how are you since the ER? It wasn't a big movie moment, but it was something.
Did you set other boundaries too?
Yeah. Money was harder. My youngest calls when his finances are messy. Dad, can you spot me till Friday? Usually I'd do it. This time I said, I can't lend money this month. It felt like stepping off a roof. He got mad. Seriously? It's not that much? My hands started shaking.
What did you do?
I stayed as calm as I could. I said, I love you. I'm not your bank. Then I offered something else. I can sit with you Sunday and look at your budget. I can help you make a plan. He said, I don't need a lecture. And I said, okay, no lecture, but I'm not lending money. Then he hung up. And I sat in my chair shaking, thinking, that's it, he's gone. But the world didn't end. 2 days later, he texted, short, stiff, but not gone. That was new for my body.
Your body learned something important. You can survive somebody being mad at you.
Yeah, my counselor said, if it feels wrong, that doesn't always mean it is wrong. Sometimes it just means it's new. I started walking after dinner. Nothing fancy. Jacket on because Cleveland. Just around the block, same route at first. I started noticing little things again. Porch lights, dogs barking, somebody grilling in the cold for no reason.
It put you back in the world a little.
It did. I started cooking real meals too, not just soup and sandwiches. Chili, chicken, roasted vegetables. And I started setting the table for myself. 1 plate, 1 glass. Sit down and eat like I live there too. I changed things with the phone. I stopped treating it like a threat. I started leaving it face up. I gave myself rules. I don't answer calls after 9.
Yeah.
unless it's a real emergency.
Yeah.
Not a my remote won't work emergency.
Not a what's the Wi-Fi password emergency.
And if I miss a call, I don't panic. I call back when I'm ready. I started writing at night too. What I did today, how I felt, what I need tomorrow. Some nights it was simple. Walked, felt heavy, need sleep. Other nights, talked to my daughter, felt proud and scared. Need to stay calm. It helped me see patterns. If I talked to my kids and it was only errands, I felt drained. If I went to the men's group, I felt lighter.
You also went back to church, right?
I did. Hadn't gone in years. Just drifted. I sat in the back like a teenager, and this older couple said, "We haven't seen you in a while." I almost cried. Nobody says that when you live alone. Church had this volunteer thing, fixing small stuff. I thought, of course the electrician's going to volunteer, but it felt different.
Different how?
Because it wasn't my kids using me. It was me choosing to help. I wasn't bargaining for love with favors anymore. I was helping because I wanted to.
How did things shift with your kids as you kept doing all this?
Slowly, not overnight. But I started asking for little things. I texted my oldest, "Can you call me Sunday afternoon? I'd like to hear your voice." It felt terrifying to send that, like I was sticking my neck out.
And what happened?
He texted back, "Sure." Sunday came. No call.
What would old Frank have done with that?
Collapsed. This time I waited a little. Then I texted, "Still want that Sunday call when you've got a minute." Not angry, not punishing, just clear.
Ask. Don't hint.
Exactly. He called an hour later. We talked 10 minutes. Football, work, the weather, nothing special.
But it was a call.
And that mattered. It taught me something simple. If I don't ask, I don't get.
What's been the hardest part of all this?
The quiet after I say no. Because then there's nothing to hide behind. No task, no emergency, no wires, no favor. Just me in the room with what I actually feel.
And what's in that room?
Sadness, sometimes relief, sometimes both. And part of me still wants the old emergency. At least then I knew the system was still there.
That's honest.
It is. It's not easy to change the rules at 68. But it's not too late. Small is real.
When you look at the man you were at the start of this conversation, phone face down, waiting to be needed, and the man now, what feels most different?
I'm more awake. Still not perfect, but more awake.
Put that into words for me. What words describe the way you want to live now?
3 words. First word, ask. Ask for what I actually want. Ask for a call. Ask for a visit. Ask for a real conversation.
Not hints, not hoping.
Right? Just ask. Limit the favors that come from guilt. Limit the late night rescues. Limit the money stuff. Limit the version of me that disappears. Third word, build. Build a life that doesn't depend on being called. Build friends, build routine, build health.
Ask, limit, build.
Yeah. And I'm not perfect at it. Some days I still slip.
But now you catch it sooner.
I do.
When your kids call now, because they still do, what do you want them to feel from you?
Steady, not available on demand. Like, Dad loves me. Dad will help when he can. But Dad is still a person. I want to be their father, not their tool. I get tired. I get scared. I miss them. I miss hearing their voices, not just hearing what's broken.
That's a hard-won difference.
Yeah.
And I didn't get there with one big speech, a men's group, a counselor, a walk, 3 lines in a notebook, 1 honest "I can't do tonight," 1 "Can I sit a minute?" 1 real question back. That's how it changed.
If your phone only lights up when somebody needs something, if you're the one who fixes it, pays for it, smooths it over, Hear this. Just because something got normal in a family doesn't mean it was love.
And if that chair has been empty, that does not mean you don't deserve love.
It means something got repeated so many times, everybody started calling it normal. And what gets repeated can be changed.
Slowly, but it can.
Maybe your first step is one sentence.
I can't come tonight. I can come Saturday.
Maybe it's one request.
Can you call me Sunday? I miss hearing your voice.
Frank, I want to leave people with an image that fits your life. You've wired houses. You know what happens when a system overloads. The breaker trips. Not to punish the house, to keep it from burning down.
That ER night was my breaker tripping. And the healing was rewiring, one circuit at a time.
If you could say one thing to the younger version of you, the man who thought love had to be earned by fixing, what would you tell him?
You don't have to prove you're worth loving. Sit down sometimes. Let people see you. Your kids don't need a superhero. They need a dad who's real.
If this felt like your life, tell us the moment you realized people still needed you, but they weren't really seeing you. And if the hardest part for you isn't saying no, but living with the quiet after, stay with us for the next conversation.
All right. Take care.